Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, et dans cette vidéo, on va apprendre les pronoms relatifs, troisième partie, which means the relative pronouns, third part. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prim or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And as I already told you in this video, we are going to continue with our topic, the relative pronouns. This is the third part of our series, the relative pronouns. We are going to look upon the third relative pronoun, which is ou in this video. Before this, we have already looked upon the two relative pronouns, which are qui and que in the first and the second part. So if you have not watched those parts, I'm going to mention the link of those videos in the card above and also in the description box below. You can check them out. Alright, now before we begin with this video, I would request you to watch this video till the end, and in case you like this video, do not forget to give a thumbs up to the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, mention your comments in the comment section below. And my Instagram page is Learn French by Suchita. Go and follow me over there as well. Now here I'm going to start with the third relative pronoun, which is ou. What exactly is a relative pronoun? I told you that in the first part basically. The relative pronoun is something which is used to join the two sentences and avoid the repetition of something in the second sentence. For example, if I say, I saw a girl, the same example I gave in the first and the second parts, the same example I'm giving you here. I saw a girl, she was wearing a red dress, right? So there are two sentences, I saw a girl, and the second one, she was wearing a red dress. So the second sentence, the repetition is she. If you want to avoid the repetition of she and you want to join the two sentences, you will say, I saw a girl who was wearing a red dress. So that who is your relative pronoun. Now in French, when we talk about pronom relatif simple relative pronouns, there are four: qui, que, ou, and dont. Right? Out of which qui and que we have already done. Now in this video, I'm directly going to begin with the pronom relatif ou. Now, ou literally it means where, right? Now, it is used to replace two things. The first one is preposition plus un lieu, which means it is used to replace this combination when you have a preposition followed by a place. Un lieu, which means a place. And the second one, it is also used to replace a time period, right? So, we'll understand this through an example. Now, the example is, c'est la maison. Je suis né dans cette maison. So this is the house, or it is the house. I was born in this house. Now what is the repetition in the second sentence? The repetition is cette maison, right? This house is a place, and before that, do you see there is a preposition? So the combination is preposition plus a place. If I want to avoid this all, I would say, this is the house where I was born. And consequently, your sentence will look something like this. C'est la maison où je suis né. This is the house where I was born. So whenever you want to replace preposition plus place, this combination, and you want to join the two sentences, you will use the pronom relatif où. Now let's take the second example. C'est l'entreprise, je travaille dans cette entreprise. So this is the company or enterprise. I work in this company. So you see the repetition is cette entreprise, and before that you have dans, which is your preposition. And this company is a place. So I work in this company. So if you want to avoid this, you will use the pronom relatif où, which will be c'est l'entreprise. This is the company where I work. So, c'est l'entreprise où je travaille, where I work. The second one, j'aime le café, nous allons souvent à ce café. Actually, this would be the third one.
and this is going to be the fourth one. Right? So, j'aime le café. Nous allons souvent à ce café. I like the cafeteria. We often go to this cafeteria. The repetition is ce café, and before that you have the preposition à. So, preposition plus place, this would be avoided by writing the pronom relatif où, and your sentence will look like j'aime le café où nous allons souvent. So this is the cafe where we often go. The fourth example, Paris est une ville, il y a beaucoup de monuments à Paris. Paris is a city, there are a lot of monuments in Paris. Now if you see, the repetition is Paris, which is a place, and before that you have the preposition à. So if you want to avoid this, you will say Paris est une ville où il y a beaucoup de monuments. So Paris is a city where there are a lot of monuments. So if you see in all these examples, I have avoided preposition plus place. Now let's look at the fifth example. I told you basically you use the pronom relative où for two things. The first one being in order to replace preposition plus place, and the second one in order to replace the time period, right? Now these two examples are for time period. C'est le jour, this is the day. Nous partons en vacances ce jour. We are leaving on vacations on this day. So what is the repetition in the second sentence? The repetition is ce jour, which is this. This is the day. We are leaving on vacations on this day. So this is the repetition, and that repetition is a time period, right? So if you want to join the two sentences, that will look something like this. C'est le jour où nous partons en vacances. And the English meaning would be, this is the day when we are leaving on vacations or where we are leaving on vacations. Basically, où can take the meaning of where as well, où can take the meaning of when as well, right? Let's look at this example. Je me souviens de l'été. I remember about the summer. Nous sommes partis. We left for Italy that summer. So the repetition is that summer. The repetition is that summer, and that's a time period. If you want to join the two sentences, it would be je me souviens de l'été. I remember about the summer when we left to Italy. Où nous sommes partis en Italie. Right? So you use où in order to avoid the repetition of preposition plus place, and the second one is the time period. Now here I have given you an exercise. In each part you have two sentences. You need to look for the repetition in the second sentence and avoid that repetition and join the two sentences using the correct pronom relative. The answers of these I'm going to mention that in the description box below. So first do it and then check the answers, and still if you have any questions you can mention them in the comment section below. I'll reply to them. And I'll see you soon with the fourth and the final part of our series, where I'll take up the fourth relative pronoun, le pronom relatif dont. I'll see you soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.